Have you ever been alone with your thoughts and wondered, does she sometimes like seeing me figure out if you've read all the self-help books and still can't figure out how to tell if a woman likes you or is flirting with you? Don't worry, you're not the only one. In today's video, we won't bog you down with hard-to-understand rules or formulas. Instead, we'll take you on a journey through the philosophy of Stoicism, which values simplicity and clarity. You might be surprised to learn that figuring out if a woman likes you or is flirting with you doesn't have to be a tough puzzle. In the spirit of Stoicism, we'll talk about how to confidently and clearly see these signs without falling into the trap of useless speculation. Let's face the world with patience and clarity. Come with us as we reveal the 10 hidden signs behind smiles and looks to see if there's more to a woman you're interested in than meets the eye. Before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Keep reading until the end, because every point is important and could help you learn something new. Let's start with number 1, strong eye contact. Isn't it interesting when someone looks at you for a little longer than usual? When it comes from someone who might find you attractive, intense eye contact is more than just a casual glance. It's a powerful, nonverbal cue. From a Stoic point of view, we are taught to observe our impressions and respond to them with reason and detachment. So let's look into this common but interesting phenomenon. If a woman is interested in you, her eyes tend to stay on you longer than might seem natural. For example, let's say you're in a room full of people talking and laughing, but her gaze still finds its way to yours. For Stoics, this careful eye contact is a subtle but powerful way to talk. It's basically her way of flirting without saying a word. If you knew this, you could quietly understand the line and act wisely instead of reacting hastily to a few everyday situations. You're reading a book in a cozy coffee shop when you look up and see someone across the room giving you an interesting look that draws you in. Or, at a party, you notice that she keeps looking at you with a smile, despite all the noise and activity. These aren't just random events, they're signs of love and attention. Long-term eye contact has been seen as a sign of love, interest, and closeness for a long time and in many countries. It's how people are. In the Stoic philosophy, beings have silently communicated their feelings long before words are spoken. We could see this as an impression or sign of something important that calls for a calm and thoughtful reaction. If you are a conservative, you could analyze this exchange calmly, taking her look as an invitation to maybe make a deeper connection. It's important to approach these kinds of situations with the clarity and peace that Stoicism encourages, seeing the chance for a meaningful interaction while keeping your balance. For example, if someone gives you a long, meaningful look, she might be flirting. It's her way of showing interest, or maybe a gentle hint that she wants to get to know you better. This is a great time to use the Stoic practice of thoughtful engagement, seeing the chance in the impression and responding not just with your emotions, but with reasoned thought. Number 2, mirroring your gestures. In the world of Stoicism, we're told to be careful and observant in our interactions, to try to figure out what simple actions really mean. In the same way, noticing how someone mirrors your behavior can be a very telling sign of attraction. Mirroring is a form of body language in which one person unconsciously copies another person's gestures, speech patterns, or attitude. This is often a sign of rapport and can greatly enhance feelings of attraction. It's a powerful way to communicate without words and, when done subtly, can show that someone likes you. Let's look at some common examples. Imagine you're at a small get-together with friends and you notice that every time you look at her, she's already making eye contact with you, or during a conversation, she leans in every time you do, reflecting your posture and level of engagement. Have you ever fixed your hair or put on clothes and seen her do the same thing almost right away? Similarly, those small nods when you nod during a conversation are examples of mirroring. In Stoic terms, we could see this behavior as a reflection of how your inner attitudes are shown through your body. What they did, I find it interesting that it not only shows a possible attraction, but also a psychological fit. Stoicism teaches us the value of harmony in relationships, and mirroring can be a subconscious sign of this harmony. Also, research shows that the more time people spend together, the more their habits and behaviors start to match. This isn't just about physical gestures, it includes matching each other's pace and volume in conversation, and even using similar vocabulary. It's a sign of becoming more compatible and comfortable with each other. Keep this in mind. Even though opposites are drawn to each other, it's often the things we have in common and the things we do together that make our relationships stronger. Pay attention to these little things. They could be telling you important things about your connections and relationships that you aren't even aware of. For example, if you see someone doing the same thing you do next time, it could be the start of a deeper friendship or a new one. Men love compliments from women because they make them feel good about themselves. It's like getting a verbal pat on the back that says, "Hey, you're doing great!" But there's more to it when it comes from someone who might be interested in you romantically. When a woman likes a man, one way she shows her feelings is by giving him compliments. She's not just being nice, she's flirting, and yes, it works as well as it looks. If she starts complimenting you on everything from how you look to your personality, your sense of humor, or how you handle certain situations, that's her way of flirting. She's not just being friendly, she's letting you know she likes what she sees and values who you are. Imagine you just nailed a presentation at work and she tells you, "You really have a way with words. It's amazing." Or, imagine you're at a friend's barbecue and she says, "You have such a..." These compliments aren't just passing thoughts. They're signs that she likes and is interested in you. From a Stoic point of view, giving and receiving compliments can be seen as a way to understand and control our own and other people's emotions. Stoicism teaches us not to let outside praise affect us, but to enjoy it when it comes and use it wisely. It also reminds us to be aware of why compliments feel good and to respond to them with grace and fairness, understanding the meaning behind them without letting them cloud our judgment. Compliments don't just make someone feel good, they also help people connect and talk to each other more deeply. When a woman compliments a man, she's not just saying nice things, she's showing how much she values and admires him. This can be very heartwarming and inspiring. The next time someone compliments you, really think about why they said it and what it means, whether it's just a nice moment or could lead to something more. Do not forget that compliments are a wonderful way for people to connect and show they care about each other. Have you ever noticed how curious someone can get when they like you? It's a sign that everyone can see. It is simple to tell if you are paying attention. Women are often praised for being smart and interested. When women are interested in someone, they really get to know them. Their curiosity is how they learn more about the person who has caught their attention. It's not just idle chatter. It's a meaningful exploration driven by genuine interest. If a woman starts asking you about your background, your dreams for the future, or even your day-to-day preferences, she's really interested in you. She's not just making conversation, she's clearly interested in who you are and what makes you tick. For example, if you're just having coffee with her and she starts asking about your career goals or hobbies, or if you're on a group outing and she asks about your family or where you grew up. These are not random questions. They're deliberate attempts to get to know you better. If she goes a step further and asks if you're single or subtly probes to see if you have someone special in your life, that's even more of a sign that she's interested. This level of questioning is a pretty bold move in the flirting world. As a way to look at these interactions, playbook Stoicism, a philosophy that values wisdom and self-control, can be helpful. It teaches us to observe our responses to these kinds of questions with a calm and logical mind. Knowing why these questions make us feel the way they do can help us respond more thoughtfully. Also, when she talks about her own likes and dislikes in these conversations, she's subtly checking to see if there's a common ground on which a deeper relationship could be built. If you don't pick up on these hints, they're her way of saying, I like you, and I'm interested in seeing where this could go. So, if the questions get personal, stop and think about what you're saying. Think about what they were meant to do. If they answer honestly, it could be the start of something deeper, even if you don't open up. Responding honestly can lead to a meaningful connection, or at the very least, a respectful and fun one. Exchange number 5. Laughter and smiles from a Stoic perspective. Understanding our emotions and how they manifest in interactions can provide profound insights into our relationships. So, when a woman shows interest, her reactions, such as smiling and laughing, can be very tell in smiling, and laughter are universal signs of joy and comfort when a woman is flirting. These expressions are amplified. You might notice her smile broadening when she makes eye contact with you, a clear signal of her engagement and interest. It's fascinating to observe because these smiles and the laughter that follows aren't just social courtesies, they're genuine reactions to connection and enjoyment. For instance, think about the last time you shared a light moment with someone. If a woman is attracted to you, her smile won't just be polite, it will be radiant, often accompanied by a blush. This blushing is a natural response to excitement or adrenaline, like what one might feel when experiencing affection or attraction. It's a physical manifestation of her emotional state, an honest and unguarded reaction that Stoicism teaches us to appreciate for its sincerity. Now, humor plays a crucial role here. Women often appreciate men who can make them laugh. Your sense of fun could not only make her day better, it could also win her heart. Have you ever told a simple, maybe even slightly lame joke and she laughed really hard? That laughter, especially if it seems a bit more than the joke called for, is a great sign that she is interested. It means she likes being with you and finds pleasure in your interactions. Beyond just what's being said, so if you tell a joke and she laughs out loud, that's a good sign. She's telling you that she likes your humor and, by extension, your presence. To be more stoic, we could see this as a chance to respond with measured joy and appreciation for the connection being made, instead of just flitting excitement the next time you're talking to someone and you see these happy reactions. Remember this. It's important to take a moment to notice and think about expressions. Remember that every impression is a chance to practice virtue, and that smiles and laughter in response to your actions could be more than just polite conversation. They could be real signs of affinity and attraction. This insight lets you engage more deeply, knowing that deeper bonds are being formed. You might notice that she puts a little more effort into how she looks if she likes you. She might pick out an outfit that makes her feel like she's getting a perfect 10. This isn't just about vanity. It has a lot to do with the way guys naturally are. They like to see things. According to science, a guy can tell in 30 seconds if he wants a deeper connection with a woman or not. This is an instinctual decision. This is why, if a woman wants to get your attention, she'll probably wear clothes that show off her best features, like a dress that fits just right, or a casual outfit of shorts and a tee that looks perfect without trying. It's all in the details, like how her hair falls just right and how her clothes seem to be cut to show off her body. These are subtle but strong messages. Imagine you're at a party and the person you're talking to keeps changing their hair or clothes every time you look away. That's not a mistake. They're telling you without words that they care about how you see them. People use this type of silent communication to try to connect with each other. Being stoic teaches us to be aware of and in charge of our reactions. In this case, seeing someone dress in a way that makes you want to look at them for a long time gives us a chance to think about our reactions and the deeper reasons why we find someone attractive. It's not just about how they look. It's about the intention and effort they put into presenting themselves to the world and, more specifically, to you. It's more than just a pretty sight. It's a subtle way of flirting. They're basically mastering the art of allure without saying a word, and they're killing it. If you find yourself in a similar situation, take a moment to appreciate not only what you see, but also the thought and work that went into it. Number 7. Night and morning texts. If a woman texts you every morning and evening, it means a lot more than you might think. These texts can be easy, like, "Good morning, have a great day," or "Good night, sleep well," but how often they happen says a lot. This behavior shows love and care by letting you know she's thinking about you during the most ordinary parts of her day. Let's look at some examples from daily life. Imagine you started dating someone, and every day she starts with a happy message and ends with a gentle good night. Maybe after a date she texts to make sure you got home safely, or in the morning she asks if you slept well. These aren't just polite questions, they're signs of genuine concern and interest. In Stoicism, we're taught to notice not only what is said, but also why it might be said, and how it reflects the person's state of mind and their feelings toward us. These morning and night texts are her way of subtly showing that she cares, she's interested, and you're on her mind. They show that she wants to keep in touch with you outside of the times you are together. For someone who practices Stoicism, this is a flirty and telling way for her to show that she cares about your well-being and likes being a part of your routine. Knowing this can help you react with care. When you get a text message in the morning or at night, take a moment to think about what it means. It's not just a message, it's a small sign that someone cares about you and is thinking of you during their day. These are great times to be thankful and kind, building a stronger connection that could lead to something great. Number 8. Light teasing. Casual teasing is a common flirting tactic used by both men and women. However, women are often more selective about who they let into their comfort zone. When a woman teases you, whether it's playfully making fun of something you've done or jokingly challenging you, it's a sign that she feels comfortable around you. This level of comfort is her way of flirting, showing that she's open to creating a bond with you. Imagine you're spending time with someone you're interested in. If she recalls a funny and slightly embarrassing story from your past, just to spark a laugh between you, or if she playfully throws a mock punch at your arm during a conversation. These are not just random acts of play. They're her ways of showing affection and creating a shared space of intimacy and laughter. From a Stoic perspective, these actions should be seen as invitations to engage more deeply with her. Stoicism teaches us to respond with wisdom and composure, appreciating these moments not just at face value, but as opportunities to strengthen connections. Light teasing can lead to deeper conversations. It's not just about laughing. It's also about trust and understanding. Women also use teasing to get and keep your attention. For example, she might joke about an absurd idea or an unlikely event to see how you react. This kind of banter keeps the conversation going, lively, and see how funny and adaptable you are. If a woman teases you, don't just brush it off. Instead, see it as a sign that she's interested in you and feels safe enough with you to let down her guard. In the spirit of Stoicism, react with humor and openness, letting the connection grow naturally. This kind of contact not only makes your time together more fun, but it also sets the stage for a relationship where both of you feel loved and cared for. Number 9. The flip of hair. You've probably seen women flip their hair back when they laugh or casually toss it around while looking at you. These aren't just random movements. They're ways for her to show that she likes you. When a woman plays with her hair, whether she's flipping it, twirling it around her finger, or gently brushing it away from her face, these are signs that she might find you attractive. To get a better idea, let's look at some examples. Let's say you're having a casual chat at a cafe and notice that she keeps flipping her hair while looking at you. Or maybe she pulls her hair back or rearranges it over and over again while looking at you during a meeting. The things they do can tell you a lot. Body language experts say that when a woman likes someone, she may want to show more skin without realizing it. One natural way to do this is to pull her hair away from her face and neck. People want to look their best when they're around someone they're interested in, so the hair flip is a form of grooming. Grooming isn't just about vanity, It's also about sending a message. For example, when she flips her hair in a way that makes her features stand out or reveals her neck, she's probably trying to get attention from a serious point of view. Watching these signs gives you a chance to work on your self-control and critical thinking. Figuring out why a hair flip or other similar action makes us feel a certain way can help us react more thoughtfully. It makes us look deeper and consider the meaning behind the action. Are these actions signs of real interest or just habits? This awareness can help us learn more about how people act and interact with each other. For example, if you see someone twirling their hair while you're talking, stop and think about what that might mean. We can strengthen our relationships with others by paying attention to these small signs. This can help us stay present and connected during a talk. Asians number 10. Touch. When someone is interested in you, they'll often find ways to touch you. This isn't a mistake, it's an urge that makes them feel closer to you. Bond women may touch someone as a subtle but clear sign that they're interested. This could be as simple as a light touch on the shoulder or arm during a conversation. It might seem casual, but it's usually a sign that she's at ease and wants to connect with you. For example, if you're both laughing at a joke and she lightly taps your arm or punches you in the stomach, she's not just flirting, she's acting on deeper psychological urges. Touch is a strong way to connect with someone. It's not just touching, it's also what touching means. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone because it helps people feel more trusting and attached. This hormone is very important for human bonding, whether it's between parents and babies or between lovers. Let's look at some more cases. If you're both reaching for something at the same time, she might accidentally brush against your hand. Or if you're sitting down together, she might find a reason to touch your thigh or lean in closer than necessary. These actions can often say more than words, so it's important to look at these interactions with a balanced mind. Stoicism teaches us to understand and manage our responses to our emotions. When someone initiates physical contact, it's natural to feel a rush of excitement or happiness, if you're interested in them too. However, Stoicism would advise us to appreciate these moments with a rational mind, understanding the intent behind the touch without letting our emotions cloud our judgment. So next time you notice these subtle cues, take a moment to consider what they signify. If you're interested, responding with similar warmth can foster a deeper connection, if not handling the situation with kindness and clear communication will respect both your feelings and theirs. Either way, recognizing the significance of touch can lead to more meaningful and respectful interactions. As we conclude our exploration today, we hope you found our exploration into the philosophy of Stoicism and the subtle signs a woman might be interested in you, both enlightening and useful. Remember, approaching relationships with clarity and simplicity, as we discussed today, can make understanding those around you a little easier and less stressful. Before you go, I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks for watching and for your continued support. If you like this video, please remember to like, follow, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. We love hearing from you, so don't be shy about leaving a comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or even questions about today's topic. One of the best parts of our job is responding to your comments, and we love making content that connects with your life and experiences. Also, don't forget to watch the suggested video that's popping up on your screen right now. It's the perfect follow-up to what we've talked about today, and I think you'll find it very insightful. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to more interesting, thought-provoking, and motivating videos are on the way. See you in the next film.